What's up guys, Sound Alchemist here, and today we are mixing things up. I am not doing 40 facts on any armory, but instead I am doing 40 facts on the chaotic demon weapons. Now I'm gonna kind of split this up into the 4 gods, starting with Khorne, but before we get into that, let me read you a bone-chilling excerpt from a demon weapon. Willingly you picked me up, your first mistake. Willingly you drew me, your second mistake. I do not allow my servants to make 3 mistakes, foolish mortal. The demonic weapons of Khorne, the axe of Khorne. These are giant axes imbued with Khorne's bloodlust, which are wielded by bloodthirsters. On occasion, other worthy champions of Khorne may also wield these giant axes. The Berserker Glaive. Entrapped within this glaive is the essence of a bloodletter demon that has been driven insane by its captivity. The glaive is in constant battle, trying to take control of its wielder. All of the pent-up anger is transferred to his wielder and grants them strength and resilience in exchange for the demon to take control. In those few seconds, the blood-frenzied demon cares little for who it strikes down, be it friend, foe, or the wielder himself. Blood feeders are demonic axes that contain the essence of a raging bloodthirster. Hellblades are powerful, warped forged blades that are so sharp no mortal-made armor can withstand their blows. Legend says that the blade harbors a demon whose hatred itself sharpens the edge. The bloodletters who wield these blades enjoy wielding them to cause death and devastation. Firestorm blades are massive swords wielded by only the most worthy of bloodthirsters. This blade is engulfed in a white-hot flame and can discharge these flames over great distances. Skull Reaver is a sword carved with evil runes of death and destruction. The bloodthirster bound inside yearns to battle in the flesh, and his limitless power burns the runes red-hot, vaporizing any foe unfortunate enough to be in its path. Death Dealer is an axe of Khorne that causes its slain victims to explode. The blood erupting from their bodies are heated up via Khorne's will, and anything unfortunately enough touched by this blood are melted, soon disintegrating into nothingness. Argath, aka the King of Blades. Argath was a killing machine. He butchered thousands, and eventually Khorne saw his potential. Khorne was to bestow him into a demon prince, but instead Argath chose to become a demon weapon in order to bathe in the blood of his enemies. Khorne agreed, and now Argath strengthens his wielder to become a destructive force of nature, fighting for the blood god. The demon weapons of Slaanesh, the Whips of Agony. This pair of whips has been forged from the screams of 1,000 victims. At the tip of each whip lies a hook that is able to inflict excruciating pain at the slightest touch. The Forbidden Gem was once a pure diamond in the Eldar Empire, but it now houses an alluring demon. Gazing upon the gem causes uncontrollable jealousy and leaves the victims in a hypnotic, glazed state. The Slothful Claw, formed from the essence of a keeper of secrets. This lightning-fast claw takes many forms, but appears slow and sluggish to its foes. Silver Shard is an elegant blade crafted from Slaanesh's throne. Its wielder is empowered to a near impossible level of speed and cunning. The blade chooses to bleed its victims slowly, delivering multiple lightning-fast slices as the victim struggles to comprehend how much damage they've sustained. Soul Stealer is a gluttonous blade that devours the souls of its slain enemies and then regurgitates them back out. The demon bound inside this blade is an arrogant keeper of secrets that sought to devour enough Eldar souls to challenge Slaanesh himself. As punishment, Slaanesh bound him in this blade, condemning him to an eternity of insatiable greed and gluttony, knowing that none of these souls would be able to be used for his own power. The Needle of Desire is a demon weapon which injects the narcotic body fluids of its wielder into the enemy, poisoning them or worse. The Lash of Torment is a living spiked whip that feeds on pain and fear. It releases an aura that induces terror to those nearby. Bliss Giver takes a variety of various forms. They can vary from whips to swords and are capable of inducing their victims into a deep, deep coma. Nurgle's demonic weapons. Man Reapers. These are powerful scythe weapons that carry a Nurgle demon's essence within them. Each demon carries a vile, yet different disease that it spreads with each swing of its blade. Pandemic staves are vessels that carry warped diseases of Nurgle to his enemies in the Materium world. Plaguebringer. These demonic weapons harbor demonic germs that slowly rot the toughest foe from the inside out. The Horn of Nurgle's Rot. This weapon is capable of reanimating those slain by it into shambling corpses, carrying the virus of Nurgle in their decomposing bodies. Corruption. A fabled demon blade that was created out of the corruption in its purest form. One scratch from this blade delivers a plague virus capable of killing a space marine in mere seconds. Death's Head of Duke Olax. The Duke was once a proud leader of an ancient people. He ordered his scientists to create an elixir of immortality, and Nurgle took notice. He used this opportunity to test a new contagion virus upon the people of the Duke. The Duke was in so much pain and agony that he ordered his scientists to quickly concoct a cure. This cure was also a virus of Nurgle, and finally this virus took his life. But not before pus, blood, and other bodily fluids oozed from his eyes, mouth, and nose. Now this head serves as a potent weapon to spread disease and rot throughout the galaxy. The Doomsday Bell. The demon inside this bell transfers his aura of decay throughout the world. Its toll signals the arrival of Nurgle's plague hordes upon the battlefield. Epidemia is a demon weapon of Nurgle that is infested with demonic bacteria which causes pus-bloated blisters upon the enemy. These blisters burst and spread more diseases of Nurgle. Thus, dozens of foes succumb to this disease with a single swing of Epidemia. The demonic weapons of Tzeentch. Death Screamers are demonic weapons which hurl sorcerous blasts of energy at their foes. The Bedlam Staff. This weapon was originated during the Horus Heresy within the Thousand Sons Legion. When they turned to chaos, these weapons became infused with Tzeentch's magic. When these staffs strike their enemies, all thoughts are removed from their minds, temporarily rendering them helpless. Warp blades have the power to dissipate psychic energy directed towards it, as well as being a highly destructive close combat weapon. Paradox. To the eyes of mere mortals, this weapon appears as an elegant staff with glowing runes of power, but to a trained psyker, its true form is revealed. A baleful rod, wreathed with dark flame and steeped in foul magic. The wielder can harness its contradictory nature to reverse unstable warp energy and use it to unleash his sorcerer's attacks. The Endless Grimoire is a magical tome which has incantations and spells that have been crafted by Tzeentch himself. This tome has access to infinite knowledge, however only Tzeentch can master the full scope of the book's power. The Oracular Dice is a disc of Tzeentch which gives its writer clairvoyant information. A master of the warp can focus this information and turn the tides of battle in his favor. Soulbane. This blade inflicts no harm to a foe's body. Instead, its disembodied blade cuts at the soul. This strange weapon is impossible to cross blades with. Its ghostly edge will phase through any guard. Evasion is the only hope of remaining unscathed. Those struck by this blade, however, collapse in agony of having their souls slowly bleed away into the ether. The Everstave is a staff wrapped in vibrant warp flame. Upon wielding it, the user is also enveloped in this fire, but remains unharmed. While in this state, the user can hurl demonic pink fire, which turns armor to ash, and flesh to mere dust in the wind. The Unaligned demonic weapons. The accursed Crozius. The chaplains of the Word-Bearers manage to corrupt this once holy weapon to prove that nothing is immune to chaos. They serve as a link between the warp and the wielder. The Dark Blade is a jet black sword with no other markings upon it. This blade feeds on the souls of its victims, and anyone wielding it succumbs to the savagery of the demon bound inside. Dread Axe is a vampiric being entrapped in this axe that thirsts for the blood of other demons. It takes the form of a double-bladed axe, and it is almost certain that anyone who is on the opposite end of its blood-splattered blade will meet their end. The Ether Lance is a lance that channels warp energy. It can fire bolts of warp energy over a wide area or be thrown. Anyone skewered by it is consumed in a shower of dark energy. The Kai Gun is a weapon that never needs to reload. It uses its wielder's hatred and malice and converts it into a tangible burst of energy. The more hatred one has, the deadlier the weapon. Ether Blades are demonic weapons which flicker in and out of reality. They can pass through any armor and rematerialize inside the foe's body. The Warp Sword is a massive sword wielded by a soul grinder. They are the physical manifestation of an imprisoned demon's hatred at being trapped within a machine body. The Wit Stealer Sword is a demonically infused weapon which has the power to steal memories, personality, and the sanity of its victims. And there you have it, guys. 40 facts on the demonic weapons of chaos. Let me know what you guys want to hear next time, and I will bring it to you in the form of 40 incredible facts. As always, don't forget to head on over to our Patreon page and simply pledge $1, which can be used to give you guys more epic 40k content. As always, like, comment, and share this video, and you know me as a Sound Alchemist, signing out.